like, what does Einstein say?
Same thing over and over again is one definition of insanity.
Right, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Okay? So you want to learn, like, what are the patterns? Like, what do you keep just going over and over again and you're just not getting it? So, in a job situation, I always like to say, you go same boyfriend, different clothes, right? So you can have an abusive boss or a toxic workplace, and you think, oh, let me get out of this job, and you go right to the next job, and it's the same scenario, okay? So what is it that you need to learn? What's the common denominator? You, okay? So what is it that you need to learn, right? When these things keep happening over and over and over and over and over again. Learn from your past, figure out what is the pattern and break the pattern. That's all the situations are trying to do is get you to break the pattern. So again, if you're not doing this stuff, if you don't take responsibility, you just think you're a victim, right? You're just like, the winds of fate just can take over, right? If you don't take the time to really be with yourself and listen to yourself, you're not going to have the awareness. You're not going to be able to sort of detach and have an objective viewpoint because you're just always just going to be caught up in it. Does that make sense? But if you do this stuff, you'll be a faster learner, right? You'll be able to see the patterns quicker. So it's just, and I think just in general, what's really helpful is to start observing yourself. So be the divine observer in your own life. Instead of just being always caught up in everything, if whatever the situation is, whether it's a work situation, a relationship situation, or a health situation, whatever it is, you're in that situation for a reason. And, taking responsibility for whatever your part is in that situation, but then also trying to understand what is the lesson that I need to learn, what is the growth that I need to have as a result of being in this situation. But in order to do that, you got to kind of step out a little bit and look at it like that. Does that make sense? Because if you're just in it, you're just in it. But if you can kind of like, remember with those two anchors, right? You keep coming in those two anchors, think about, okay, so this situation sucks. What is my part in this? What do I need to learn from this situation? And see if that helps you get out of it and deal with it in a different way, and then you break the pattern.